Hello and welcome to the video. We have not 4, not 5, but 3 major updates to cover, so this might be a lengthy one. We'll start off with the updates to my Jinty. I've lowered the height of the cab roof by a plate, giving it a more streamlined appearance and accurate proportions. I also added various details such as flex tube to represent the piping and handrails on top of the side tanks, proper golden steam pipes, and a new whistle. Some changes that will probably carry on to future models are these buffers, which make use of the relatively new T-saucer pieces. Now, some may consider this sacrilege, but I painted the parts for the safety valves black. I was hesitant to do this at first, but in the end I think it was worth it. The back of my previous iteration had a very sharp angle for the coal bunker, so I completely redesigned it using some interesting snot techniques. The end result is far more accurate, and I'm so much happier with the proportions. Finally, the most significant change is the chassis. The older version of this model was quite slow, which could be attributed to the motor's low gear ratio. I tried to fix this by replicating a design found on some PierceBricks models. I installed a 3-wide gear instead of the previous 2-wide gear, but when running on the tracks the chassis tore itself apart. So I contacted him. He explained that it uses a thin Technic beam to hold the wheel in place while leaving room for both gears, so I applied this newly acquired knowledge to my model and it worked. Special thanks to PierceBricks for his contributions to this design. I've left a link to his channel in the description. Anyway, enough about my Jinty, let's move on. I made this flatbed as a small addition to the collection. It's still a work in progress, but is functional for the time being. I had a few of these 1x6 brown tiles, so I decided to use them to create this truck. I ran out of the black saucer pieces that I'd used for my Jinty, so I went back to my old technique of flat silver 1x1 round tiles, which I still didn't have enough of. My next bricklink order will most likely include some new buffers. And that brings us to our next update. The little Andrew Barclay. I stated in its showcase video, I designed this model on a whim and the whole process of building it went by very quickly. Now you may think this would come with a lot of mistakes and inconsistencies that made their way into the final product, but there are no buts, that's exactly what happened. Incorrectly shaped safety valves, lack of interior, unstable construction, bare bones detailing, and a lot of unnecessary parts from when I was testing out multiple colours for the most availability. So once I'd identified all the errors, it was montage time. And here's the new and improved version. I've changed many minor details and tried relining it, but I'll probably have another go in the future. I received the LEGO City Express passenger train set from 2022 for my birthday last year, and as you may know, it comes with lights. This was definitely a fun feature of the set and something that was new to me. I'd never had a LEGO set with lights before. After having the green train for a while, I decided to try my hand at incorporating them into my own models. In order to connect the powered up lights from the battery box into the engine, I had to make a hole at each end. I also slightly changed the structure of the boiler so I could run the cable underneath the saddle tank to the front of the engine, where I could attach a lamp. I took this opportunity to further upgrade the interior by having the other light run through the firebox and out to the cab. I'm very happy with this final product and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. One downside of this feature is that you can very clearly see the cable between the engine and the van, but given that it will only be used in the dark, I don't see it as too serious a problem. Seeing it as you've made it this far into the video, why not consider subscribing? It's the best way to help me reach more people and it encourages me to keep going with these videos. And that's it for this showcase. As always, I'll leave you with some footage of the trains running on my layout. Thanks for watching.